Well, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to be installing a couple of MOPEKA tank sensors. We've been traveling the last couple of years without any sensors, and you have to guess how much propane's in the tank. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I like to put out videos of fix-it, modifications and things like that, and some travel logs of places that we go that we find interesting and like to share with you. So today I'm going to be installing two MOPEKA tank sensors for propane. There's two different models, and I want to check the different styles to see if one works better than the other. There are a lot of reviews on YouTube about just this topic, but that's because it's such a fun thing to do when you upgrade your tanks and you have sensors on them. So I'm excited to show this to you. I'll get right to it. I purchased these sensors myself to try out the MOPEKA product and see how it was going to work for me. This is not a sponsored video, but I will have a link in the description below in case you're interested in trying out these sensors for yourself. I'm not sure about these little standoffs because, you know, they're just aluminum. I hammer them on with a little rubber mallet because I don't want to bust them through, but I guess if you drop the tank from any height, it might just split those little aluminum standoffs. So time will tell on how long these things last. The sensor grease is kind of like when you get a sonogram. You know, lets that signal transfer between the materials better. So putting this grease on this sensor lets that sonar or radar type signal go through the tank and detect the different levels of propane that you have in the tank at any given time. On the second tank here, I'm using the standard sensor. And I was, again, just cleaning off the bottom and then hammer on the little standoffs. The standard sensor doesn't have the complete leveling that the Pro version does. But again, you put the grease on and stick it to the tank. This one's oblong, so, you know, it's a little heavier and it just kind of twirls down like this. I guess it's going to be okay. I just got to make sure that it's always in place every time I put the tank back in. And I'm pretty sure for the next few times of putting the tanks on and off, I'm going to be checking underneath real carefully to make sure I don't bust anything off. Okay, I've got the two tank sensors installed, and I've cleaned the bottom of the tank. I followed the instructions, put the tank spacers in place, and put the tanks back on the holder. So now I'm going to download the app, and we're going to see what kind of readings we get, what kind of accuracy it is. Okay, so I got the app downloaded, and let's take a look at the sensors. The sensors have been on the tanks for probably 10 minutes or so now. The one tank on the driver's side is almost empty. It felt really light. And the other tank was pretty heavy. Well, I was so excited to get this all set up, I put the tanks back on and I forgot to turn them on and synchronize them with the app on the phone. You've got to do that, otherwise you're not going to get any readings anywhere. So you got to hold the button down for 10 seconds with your app running on your phone. Once you're synced up, you're good to go. All right, the new tank's set up and it's activated on the phone. You can see it's all holding in the bottom of the tank. On the Pro version, the app shows you a bubble gauge, so you know if you're level or not. And so I'm just rotating the sensor around till it shows up level when the tank's back in place. So I'm just rotating it, right? I think I've got it in the center, so I'm just doing these little rotations. I don't know if you can see that or not in there. It's darn close. One more ought to do it. Okay, one last adjustment and the tank should be dialed in. I'm going to call that good to go. Now that the tanks are set up and they're connected to my phone, I've got a reading on the phone with both tanks showing up. Now all that's left to do is to add the sensors into RVWhisper. You need to be close to your RV so that your phone can read the tank sensor and be connected to the RVWhisper at the same time. With the icon set up on the main status page, all I have to do is click on whatever icon I want, and it will show me which tank I'm looking at and give me a status report for how full the tanks are. And this is the whole reason I got these sensors in the first place, is to know what's going on. I'm so glad I got the sensor install done. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. It's going to be really helpful getting to know when the tanks are getting low and fill them up before it's too late. All in all, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Pro versus the standard version perform, and if there's any difference in reliability or accuracy. I know the Pro version, I really like that because of the leveling features that it has, but we'll see how it goes. My only concern is going to be these tank standoffs. I'm not sure if they're going to be long-term durable, but time will tell, and of course I'll let you know how that goes. Well, if you got something from this video, smash that like button down below. It helps the video, it helps my channel. And if you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification button if you want to see more. That's going to do it for now. See you next time. Thanks for watching.